Okay, we're going to talk about posture. We're going to talk about how the hands hang and head position and stance width for the compound pivot, for the golf club to swing in a circular manner, and for you to play your best golf. Okay, if you like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe, leave me comments. I'm eternally grateful for all of that you guys have given me. The channel is building, and the liking and subscribing and the sharing is awesome. And thank you. So let's get into it. Okay. So let's get into proper posture. I haven't talked about that much because when I'm trying to get people to move their feet and their body, it usually just helps them be in balance. Here's the problem. Been told to keep your back flat and have an arch in it and kind of stick your butt back. If you do that, and I'll go forward this way, then you try to move your feet, knees, and pelvis, you'll see that you are going to be restricted and your head will have to move with it. And so that's about as far as I can go because my lower back's not allowing me to move. My pelvis, I've moved over to the side. My arms will go where my body goes and it's going to go behind me. And now I'm going to come over the top. But I was trying to move my feet and legs like Roger said, so I have no idea why this doesn't work for me. And you can clearly see how my pelvis is now working this way. And that's because this is like this now, and it even strains my lower back. I'm almost 53. I don't like that. Okay. So how do you get in proper posture? You are going to let your thoracic spine and your upper shoulders just round. Now, when that happens like this, you'll see that your arms are hanging out more in front of you. And this little spot right here, this lower part of your back now will be flat this way, almost tucked. Not tucked under, but it's going to feel like that compared to arched like it was. It's really neutral. So my lower back is now neutral, ever so slightly rounded, and my upper thoracic is way more. So now from here, look how easy this is to move my feet, knees, and hips, and my head stays right here. So that's what I want you guys to really get the gist of this, because this right here is arching your back, and now you can't really move it. I can do my best, but you'll see that my body doesn't want to, and it's very, very stiff and wooden. Lower back skin, you'll have lower back pain. Anybody who has lower back pain right here is probably have been told to stick their butt out, right? So, and that is not true. That is not true. The thoracic spine over, now my arms are hanging and they're one hand width away from my legs. If you arch your back, like so, your hands and arms will be way further away from your spine, like so, and you can't get in the correct position. Now, the other part of that, when I tell people to grip, and I'll come in closer, this is arching your back, and look where my hands are. Pretty much like neutral, palms facing, right? And I tell people to get their grip, how their hands hang. Well, that's how their hands are hanging. That's incorrect. Now, let your shoulders round forward, and your upper thoracic round. And now look at my hands. Now that's the correct grip. Now I can bring them in front of me, and now my left and right hand, depending if you're a left-handed golfer or a right-handed golfer, will hang, and that's the correct grip. And that's also the correct placement. See how if I was a lefty, this hand will be underneath it, and my spine will be tilted this way. So you can see that, okay? So when my hands are hanging like so, now I can move my feet and my knees and my pelvis, and you'll see how my arms are swinging with no tension. So when your thoracic spine is tilted this way, your arms are like now what I would call like gorilla or elephant trunk, right? So from here, totally different compared to here, you can see how your arms will be much higher and stiff, and you can't get anything in there, and you're going to feel wooden, and then you try and hit the golf ball. Okay, so I know that seems like a little silly thing, but what I want you to do is when this is rounded here and this is here, now you can be able to move from anywhere from side to side. So now when you get your grip and your golf club, and now you're in that spot, you can kind of check it. I can now drop my hand and arm off, and you'll see that I'm in the same position. Okay, now this is for the lefties. Look at my hand, same position. See, same position here. So you can see it's just hanging. And that's just how my hands hang. and the spine changes depending on if your hand's under or over, just like that. So I'm hoping that that helps there with posture and how the hands hang and the proper grip of the shoulder. Now, last little part of this, and this is where I think, like, say, a Jack Nicklaus, Sam Snead, etc., and if you're left eye dominant, a lot of people don't know that, will be better in motion with your golf swing. If you tilt your head to the right for a right-handed golfer, you'll see that your spine is now superly tilted. So you've been told to put your head behind the ball. It's one way of doing it, but you sure can't compound pivot from here. So what you do from here, because you've been told to get behind the ball, you really can only just swing your arms and shoulders up. And you'll see how my weight is in my right leg, and I feel powerful, but there's no way that you can now shift over correctly. So you're going to be under the plane, and you're going to hit in and up, and you will hit up on it, and you will hit draws and hooks, and you will fight a little bit. You might have some good timing and that's a better player mistake than this for sure. But the easiest way would be is keep your head centered or turn it just a teeny bit this way, because what that does is that now allows the spine to move totally different, and you'll see there's my compound pivot. Now watch out, this is how ticky-tack all this crap is, that if I just did this, I now cannot make a compound pivot. See, my head has to go this way for that to happen. So if your head's behind the ball like this, the only way that your swing is going to happen is your shoulders are going to rotate the way that your eye line is. Now, I know you guys aren't ever probably going to hear any instructor talk about the eye line and all that, but I promise you it's critical. So your eyes, if they are with the horizon and they go level this way, that means your shoulder also went level. So what, say, a Bobby Jones, Sam Snead, Jack Nicklaus, they all kind of turned their head this way. Now, that means they didn't do this and then turn their head. They just literally turned their head this way, because now that set the spine to go this way. And I bet you will never hear this anywhere, okay? So I've done so much deep dives on all this stuff for you guys to understand. So when I roll my right ankle here, like this, and then go here, look at my headline, my eye line. It is not level. If your eye line is level or tilted this way, so will your shoulders. See the difference here? See, and you can see that. Look, here, that's level, right? Watch my spine. So they figured out, turn your head a little bit. That allows that to happen. Now look where my arm would be. Now watch what happens when I move my head this way. Now my shoulder turns flat and my arms are behind me. So if you don't have your head slightly tilted, then it has to be square. And as you're rolling your feet, your head will have to go this way. And that means that when you come through, your head will go the opposite way. Watch this. So my eye line is here. Now, this is cool. Check it out. So look where my pelvis is. My pelvis is over here on my left. If you take your pelvis and you have been told to turn your pelvis back, your eye line it's almost impossible. If anybody wants to try it, let's see. Let me try it with you. Ready? I'm going to go back behind me and turn my head this way. That really doesn't feel so good, okay? Whereas if all I allowed my spine to go this way, here's my head and my eye line, and I can put it here if you want to, but I like putting it on the eyes because you can kind of track your eye line and you can see that it matches the shaft this way. So that makes the spine work correctly the whole way. This is golden type stuff that people aren't going to tell you about, how the eyes work, okay? So just because I'm sitting there saying about other videos about the right hand and arm and throwing, that is how the hand and arm responds to the compound pivot. Look where my arm is. That's in a throwing position. Okay? Compound pivot, this, not in a throwing position. Not in a throwing position, right? So I'm not one biased one way or the other. Trail hand, throw hand, whatever, backhand, right? Some people say they can't feel that throw, so they got to. That's fine, right? So I kind of feel neither. My stimulus is with my arm swinging fast, but the stimulus is happening because I'm compound pivoting and I'm shifting over. And as I'm shifting over, I'm throwing my arm as fast as I want the ball to go, right? So, man, that should open up some eyes a little bit. You like that? Open up some eyes about changing your posture, how your hands hang, and then how your eyes work. Like this. I know, you think I'm never going to come up with something new, but I promise you, all of you guys continue to give me more videos, and I continue to see what you do and why you do what you do. And I feel like I have a lifetime of material. So if you want me to help you one-on-one, I do the Zoom lessons. Go to the rkswingking.com. You can sign up there. I also have a monthly membership where I get to look at your golf swing once a week. You send me a video, I do a voiceover, I show you, I make a video, personal video for you to help you and your golf game. And thank you for all the support. Like and subscribe and share, and everybody have a great day.